Hey friends, let me ask you a question. How long have you been in business? Now, this is a question that new agents get asked more frequently than experienced agents. And I think one of the reasons for that is if you're an experienced agent, the people that you come in contact with are receiving all of your marketing materials and your direct mail, your email, your video text, your market studies and updates, so they know you're in the business. When they have a friend or someone they run into where they're not getting all that, they say, well, how long have you been, I'm in real estate, how long have you been in the business, right? So this would be a good video for you pros to share with your colleagues and your team members who are new in the business. So here's the situation. When you're new, you have to take every dramatic step that you can, dramatic, big, little, small step that you can to create an impression in the minds of the people you come in contact with that you're a pro and that you're choosable and you're referable and that you're trustworthy and you know what you're doing. So every interaction you have as a new person, you want to be sure that you're delivering at a high level that would be perceived as a professional high level. And what I find in coaching new agents is that because they're uncoached and this is new business for them, is they just puke out, spit out something, an answer that doesn't reflect well on them. It doesn't build their reputation in the eyes of the person who's listening. It's not remarkable. It sounds like what everybody else is saying. It's forgettable. It is makes the agent appear to be a secret agent, right? They'll never remember what this person says because the answer can be kind of a string of things, which would be, hey, Ken, how long have you been in the business? Oh, well, I'm just getting started. I just got my real estate license. I joined this company, Gary Green, I'm going to all the training and so on. Or it might be, oh, yeah, I'm just getting started in this business. Oh, man, I had no idea it was going to be quite like this. It's a lot harder than I thought. I thought everybody's going to do business with me, and they don't, right? Or, oh, I'm having a hard time with all the marketing. This technology thing is really weighing me down. I got to really figure it all out. So as an uncoached amateur who now is in the real estate business, you kind of just puke out your answers, right, without really thinking about it. And so what I want to share with you as a new agent, and as pros already know, is that words have power. And when you get asked this question, you want to answer in a way that is remarkable, meaning that they haven't heard other people answer a question this way if they've asked other people, and that it's memorable, it reflects well on you and what you're doing. Your answer is going to demonstrate that you're a professional and you're knowledgeable and you're trustworthy and you're referable as well. So so I'm going to give you an example of how you would answer the question. And then for you that are new in the business, you want to write this thing down and put it in your own words. You'll get the idea of the concept. Record it a couple of times. And it's showtime when someone asks you this question. How do you position yourself in their minds and in their memory as a choosable, referable, trustworthy pro that can be called on to list or sell or refer to a friend, right? So the way we do this, I'm going to answer the question and then kind of break it down for you a little bit after that, kind of what we did there, right? So let's say I've been in the business 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, less than a year, right? And someone says, hey, how long have you been in the business? So here is my answer. Oh, hey, this is my first year in the business. And but it feels like I've been in the business for maybe 3 or 4 years. And what I find really fascinating about it is that in my previous role, where I was a high school teacher and gym coach at the Woodlands High School over here, is that all of the skills that I developed over my 15 years as a teacher before I got into the real estate business, working with difficult personalities, detail orientation, teaching people, how to do things, the follow up, the follow through, and communication skills, the counseling skills. All of those are completely transferable into this real estate business. So I'm really loving it because it's providing me another way to share all of my talents and life experiences with people that I run into. So I'm really loving the business, and I appreciate you asking. Now, if it's a good friend, I might say so. And one of the I would keep going, right? So a good friend says, so one of the fascinating things about this business is that the way it works is through the successful agents generate a lot of their business by people who call them based on their reputation and their success in the business and their trustworthiness, kind of word of mouth marketing. So I was wondering if someone asked you, John, hey, do you know the name of a good agent? Who's the first person that pops into your head? And if they say me, I'm going to say, oh man, I really appreciate that. This is a good friend of mine, right? I appreciate that, John. I want you to know that when you refer someone to me and I refer someone to somebody, our reputation's on the line. So I want you to know that when you refer me to somebody, I will treat them like family. And you can rest assured that I'm going to make you look like a hero and a pro, and they'll be thankful, and then I'll do a great job. So rest assured on that. Hey, let me ask you, in your accounting department at ExxonMobil, who's the next person thinking about making a move? So that'll give you an idea of how you would answer that question. So let's break it down. So the first thing I do is I don't say 2 months, 3 months, 4 months. I'm going to say this is my first year. That's true. It is my first year. And then I'm going to immediately tag on, but it feels like it's been 2 or 3 years. I'm anchoring in a longer time frame for experience. And when they hear that, they're thinking 2 or 3 years, right? And that's what I want. That's what I want them to do. And then I know that someone who, when we meet someone who's a new doctor, a new nurse, a new mechanic, a new anything, right? Where I was thinking, they might not know what they're doing. So then what I want to do with this question is then I'm going to build some confidence in their choosing me or how they view me by sharing what role I had in a previous profession and some of the skills and the abilities and the experiences and the accomplishments I had in that other position, and then talk about how it's totally transferable to this business, right? So if I say in my previous role, I was detail oriented, I had contracts that I was negotiating, I was handling difficult clients, I was in charge of marketing, social media, technology, whatever it is that I did, then I share it with them so that they know that I'm skilled and experienced in these attributes that are important for a successful agent to have in the real estate business. So it feels like, it's my first year. Feels like it's been 2 or 3 years. In my previous role, I was very successful with these types of things, and it works great in my new business. And so it's a fascinating business, and I'm loving it. And then if it's a friend, I'm going to roll into this is how the business works, and I'm going to ask for a referral. So give that a whirl, see if that works for you. I know that it will be maybe, I don't know, what do you think? 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, 50, 100 times better than an unthoughtful amateur answer, right? So your goal as a new agent, as an experienced agent, is to beam confidence in everything that you do so that you can attract those that need help. I'm going to look to you and say, that's the person that I'm going to call on to help me. So give that a whirl. See how it works. If there's anything else I can do to help you, don't hesitate to call me. Thanks. I appreciate it. Talk to you later.